The objective today is find the missing value in equivalent fractions. What are equivalent fractions? Equivalent fractions can be defined as fractions with different numerators and denominators that represent the same value or proportion of a whole. So if you observe these three rectangles, you can see that 1/2 is exactly the same portion as 2/4 and is also exactly the same portion as 4/8. 1/2 is going to be equivalent to 2/4 and is going to be equivalent to 4/8. So how can we find the missing value in an equation where we have two equivalent fractions? So let's do some examples. Here we have 3/4. We want to convert 3/4 to a fraction with denominator 12, so we are trying to find the missing value. So think of your multiples of 4. How can we convert that 4 either by multiplication or division to a 12? Well, that's easy because knowing our times table of 4, we know that 4 times 3 is equivalent to 12. So to make an equivalent fraction, we need to do the same thing to the top, to the numerator. So if I multiply times 3 on the bottom, I need to do the same thing on the top. So 3 times 3, that will be equal to 9. So my missing value is 9. That means that 3/4 is equivalent to 9/12. Try to do this one on your own. 5/7, find an equivalent fraction, but now the numerator of the other fraction is 25. Find the missing value. Pause this video, try it on your notebook, and then come and click play to see the solution. So, 5 times what will give you 25? Think of the multiples of 5. How can we convert that numerator to that 25? So if you multiply times 5, you will get that 25. So remember, to make an equivalent fraction, you need to do the same thing on the bottom. Whatever you do to the top, you need to do it to the bottom. So 7 times 5 is 35. Your missing value is 35. These two fractions are equivalent. But what if we have something like this? 18/21 or 18/21 must be equal to a fraction with denominator 14. Well, if you observe, we are making that 21 smaller. So you need to think that maybe you're dividing 21 by a number to make it to that 14, but no number will give you that 14. So we need to think of another strategy. If you recall our previous video simplifying fractions, I'm going to leave here the link in the description if you haven't seen that instructional video about simplifying fractions. But if you remember our lesson simplifying fractions, if you observe 18/21 or 18/21 is a fraction that we can simplify. If we simplify this fraction, maybe we can solve this problem easier. So I need to find common factors between 18 and 21 so I can make this fraction in lowest terms. So let's start with 18. Remember that always 1 and 18 are the first factors, the first and the last factor of your number. Then think about 2. 18 is even, so I can divide 18 by 2. 2 times 9 will give you that 18, so 2 and 9 are factors. 18 is divisible by 3, so 3 and 6. What about 4? 18 is not divisible by 4. 5 will not be a factor. 6 will be a factor, but we already have it, so we're done. What about the factors of 21? So we have 1 and 21. 2 will not be a factor because 21 is not even. 3 times 7. Remember these factors, they come in pairs, so 3 times 7 is 21. 4 will not be a factor. 5 will not be a factor. 6 times 3 is 18, and then 6 times 4 is 24, so 6 is not a factor, and 7 is a factor. We already have it. So I am just going to make this list more neater. So 1, 3, 7, and 21. Okay, so now that you have your factors, circle the ones that they have in common. Remember, 1 is not useful because if you simplify by 1, you will get the same fraction. But we have in common 3, and that's it, so 3. So I am going to simplify my fraction by 3. So I need to divide both the numerator, both the denominator by 3. 18 divided by 3, that will be 6. 21 divided by 3, that will be 7. Okay, so now I can use that one to solve my problem. So I am just going to substitute 6/7 to my equation to find the missing value. Okay, so as you observe, 7 easily can be changed to 14. So remembering your multiples of 7, 7 times 2, that will be 14. So whatever you do to the bottom, you do it to the top. 6 times 2, that will be 12. That's your missing value. And you have equivalent fractions. Sometimes you simplify your fractions and you still cannot solve the problem. For that, we have another option that is called cross multiplication. If you want an instructional video about cross multiplication, let me know in the comments and I can create one for you. Okay, so now it's your turn. Take out your notebook. Try this one on your own. Try to find the missing value. Pause this video now, and if you want the solution, then play it again. Okay, so we have 6/8 and we want to change that fraction to a fraction with denominator 28. But thinking of multiples of 8, 8 times nothing will give me that 28. So again, checking my fraction given, I can see that it can be simplified. 6 and 8 is easy to simplify. Both are even, and we know that even numbers are divisible by 2. So let's do that. Let's make it in simplest form by 2. 6 divided by 2, that will be 3. 8 divided by 2, that will be 4. So I am going to substitute 3/4 instead of 6/8 because they are equivalent. I can do that. And now let's see if I can solve my problem. So 4 needs to be converted into that 28. Remember, in my multiples of 4, 4 times 7 will give me that 28. So to find my missing value, whatever you do to the bottom, you do it to the top. 3 times 7, that will be 21. My missing value is 21. Did you get the correct answer? Okay, so don't forget to like this video, share, and please subscribe to my channel. I try to add instructional videos every week. If you have any objective or topic that you want me to cover, please let me know. Follow me on my other social media, Instagram and Twitter @NumeritosTV. Bye-bye.